Yes, sir. Drill Bill in the building.
Hey.
Yes,
You
indeed.
know what I mean? Representing with the general down here in Texas, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ldbc, man.
You
You know
feel
what I
me?
mean? We in this thing.
Yes, indeed. Peace. Man. So, man, what's the word, man? How's everything going, man? If you can discuss it.
Well, I see it ain't Tank Davis.
That's
And
right.
I see don't nobody, the criteria sure do drop when it comes to the next opponent. We was gonna see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we can take off and we can go create a narrative and go fight somebody. I mean, but I thought that we was on the same trajectory. We were on the same schedule. You know what I mean? We couldn't send nothing to him, but we were very disrespectful, and we sent something anyway to keep the ball rolling. We sent over an extremely heavy hitter and power player in the game, and His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh to try to draw some reason to this thing. And a shout out to him, even though I don't think nothing has came about it yet, that he attempted to be somewhat of a liaison, to two bosses in the game. Gervonta Davis, of course, being the A side, and then you have Devin Haney, of course, being the B side. But I mean, what a dance partner is he? I mean, everybody in the world is calling for that fight. I say you can no longer down him, but you got to crown him the face of boxing. Because listen, when you talk about driving the narrative, where the narrative was that you can only watch boxing on television and everybody's screaming, Showtime, Showtime. You got to go on ESPN. You got to be on television. It won't work on an app. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what would Amazon Prime be? Is that not an app? Is that not a streaming platform? When we went over there to the zone, and it was no other than Danny Jacobs and Tevin Farmer, who was doing a great job. Tevin Farmer called himself the Mr. 500, the 500K man. Well, we said, Tevin, you're doing a wonderful job. We came over there, highlighted the zone, and showed that the zone and the streaming platform wasn't for old fighters who had the best days, and Danny Jacobs, and the days of yesteryear, and Tevin Farmer, that it was the new way of viewing boxing. Devin Haney went over there and everybody said, oh, it's on the app. We ain't going to watch it on the app. Oh, wow, how do things change? But I said to him, Devin is the face, and you guys will continue to follow him. When a young man makes a move, a great move in finding his Lord, and finding his Lord, and following his path to Allah, none of you suckers, and I'll say it, you suckers, devils, chaos operatives said nothing. What a wonderful opportunity that Devin has found Islam and Gervonta Davis, subsequently leading the pack, the rest of the pack, the Wolves, to Islam as well. Y'all never said it. But when you saw an earring, you saw a hairstyle, you saw something, you suckers, you chaos operatives, you devils, you started saying that Devin was a follower.
Right.
But when he followed the Lord, he followed faith. And they found their belief in the good brother, Wahid, or Tank, whichever ones he prefers to be called. But my brother in Islam, right, wrong, or indifferent. You know what I mean? We weren't able to, they weren't able to correlate what the two gentlemen was doing together. You always want to put some separatism, but together you didn't want to say that. But that's something, a horse of another color. Let's get back to the fact that the boxing is what it is. And if the people, and he was the A side, the people would be clamoring. But I know I'd have found out that the fans was even more scared to death than actually Tank himself. A wonderful group of fans just scared to death. Create all them narratives, and they want the weight issue, and then they want to know Saudi and know this, and the man want to say Ferraris, and I asked, well, what color did you want? And then they don't conveniently don't want to talk about that.
Right.
They like Devin say, they say everything except let's fight. And then you go get a guy and talk about we're gonna have a fight. No disrespect to Frank Martin, no disrespect to Tenet, but I gotta call it like it is. I mean, he ain't did nothing but been in bar rooms. I think the biggest ballroom he had been in, not bar rooms, excuse me, ballrooms. I think the biggest one last fight was a couple thousand people. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had more people show up for my retirement party from the game. You know, so
right.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying is the criteria sure does drop when it comes to Devin the Dream Haney as being that ultimate dance partner. Yeah. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna just come out and say it. They scared to death.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I go everywhere. And listen, and shout out to the wonderful fans of Baltimore, the real ones. And I can't say enough of them because there's some real ones around there that's really representing this shit the way it's supposed to go, man, being stand-up men on man time. I think that the guys from Baltimore are the ones that I first really heard that cliche on man time. It might be DMV area, DMV, but Baltimore in particular, my dudes out of Baltimore. You know what I mean? Little buddy, he ain't on man time. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, at this point, it's obvious that it ain't no way around it. They scared of Devin Haney. I mean, it's been excuse after excuse, obstacle after obstacle. They saying, oh, Devin ain't a star. Devin don't sell, this and this and that. But everybody they talking about fighting don't even come close to Devin Haney when it comes to pay-per-views or selling out arenas, nothing. So it's just cap after cap after cap after cap. So what did you think about?
Well, listen, I'm not getting nobody on no motherfucking line. Listen, I represent being a black man. You can find me. You can catch me. You say something about my motherfucking son, I wouldn't care if it's a playground, school ground, if it's a dance, if it's anything. Gangbangers, I don't care, corporate, wherever, I'm pulling up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Call nothing. You see my face. I ain't got to call nobody. You see what Devin did. Y'all go pick them ballroom dancers. Ballroom fighters or whatever you want to do, man. You see what I'm saying? But it's because the real recognize the real. I walk through my hood with my head up. Oakland will tell you, ain't nobody did it like me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And period. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we're doing it for our last name and not our first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Inshallah, my great grandkids, you know what I mean? Devin's grandkids will look back and say, you know what I mean? Man, you know what I mean? Pawpaw went hard for us. You know what I mean? That's what this shit is all about. And listen, they acting like that this ain't being wrote down. I wouldn't care if there's 500 people, you know what I'm saying? And by the time my great-grandkids see it, it's going to be 5 million people. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Or maybe more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, let me ask you this, Bill, on a side note real quick, man. Man, what's up with B-Hop, man? What's up with Bernard Hopkins, man?
Man, I don't know what's wrong with that dude, with that lane. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because men talk, and like I told him, I said that he compared the yesteryear and want to say that what these guys wasn't doing. And I said, man, I gotta stand up and continue to represent for the guys that didn't listen to the drug dealers. They didn't listen to the hoes that told them, you know what I mean, they was going to give them 1,000 and everything was going to be all right. They didn't tarnish their names. You know what I mean? They stayed listening to coaches. They stayed in the gym. Them niggas is really, 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 you know what I mean, steppers. Them is the big steppers. You know what I mean? The niggas that stay going to school and don't listen to that idiot that's standing on the street, that don't have a 401k, that don't have no retirement, that don't have nothing, and you listening to that Mark. With that car that he owe a bunch on, that house that he owe a bunch on, with that bullshit ass ice, them zirconian diamonds, man. You listening to that lame ass nigga? I know them niggas. Them niggas is trying to get out of the streets, man. You see what I'm saying? But we have enough swag, and when we have mamas and daddies that come out the 60s that tell us to hang our head up no matter what, that you're black and you're beautiful, no matter what you got. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes that can be misinterpreted in the wrong way by the wrong people that's in the neighborhoods. You see what I'm saying? You're in the neighborhood, you're proud, black, and you're beautiful, but sometimes you got to tell the truth. I made a mistake. I didn't listen to my mom and dad. It's a long way to getting back legitimate and to getting out of these streets where you're not looking over your shoulder. You see what I'm saying? So them suckers can't over-glamorize no street life with me.
Right.
I never came. Listen, they had to come and say that I had been to jail. They had to come and say the nigga that the world never even knew until I couldn't get Australia. Who glamorizes that shit?
Right.
I've been shot up, then been to the feds, then ran my neighborhood, then been at the bottom of my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. But what's glamorous about that? The day I jumped off the porch, I knew I made a mistake when I looked at them niggas and seen how much hating they was doing. So anybody that's in the streets, you go, man, please. Niggas talking about that. You saying that shit to them squares. Niggas like Fanon and them niggas. Don't know nigga that's in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Don't know nigga in the streets need no help in the streets. What he need is some help out of the streets.
That's right. That's right. Shout out to
I'm sick of that, dog. I'm sick of that, man. I'm sick of that, man.
Yeah.
The nigga glorifying and glamorizing that, man. You need to glorify and glamorize Dev that he didn't follow his old man path, you know what I'm saying? And he got on his own. That's why I get behind him. You know what I mean? Because the nigga didn't follow what we had did. He went out and took old wooden spoon, old gold looking spoon, you know what I mean? And turned that motherfucker platinum. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because I go everywhere and everybody said, man, what a wonderful job you've done with your son. You know how good that is?
Right.
That means everything in the world. Man, you did it. Hey, man, that's the Haneys over there. Hey, that's the Haneys over there. Come on, man. Man, y'all got to start living for your last name and not your first, and start looking for somebody. You looking for somebody to save your kid. Talking about find the number and follow. Nigga, I'm not looking for that. The only person I'm looking for is God. That's
right.
it.
That's right.
I'm not looking for no man that I can't find.
Absolutely. Good cook. Let me give a shout out to Blackout in the super chat. Appreciate the support. He says shout out to Bill and 78 from 64th and Mac, East Oakland. Salute.
Hey. What did they say? Say it again.
64th and Mac, East Oakland.
Hey, ain't no doubt. You know what I'm saying? That's right down the street. He said Mac. That's right down the street from my hood. 77th MacArthur, 77th Bancroft, 84th. You know what I'm saying? All up through East Oakland, man. Shout out to the whole thing. East Oakland, stand up, man.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Shout out to Q Trucker in the super chat with that 5-piece. He says, so now Dev has to walk over dead bodies to get a fight. Sad. Yeah, man, they coming up with all kind of obstacles, man.
Well, one thing that he will have to do is if he get on some nut shit, you know what I mean, start acting like them niggas, he gonna have to walk over my dead body. Because when you got a real man, my son ain't gonna act no fucking fool for these lames.
Right.
Tap dance and do all that shit and act like, you know what I mean? And lead kids down a path of destruction. That's the problem, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? There's too many real niggas that got influence instead of grabbing one of them. Man, I took everything. Nigga, I had the Rolls Royce, the Aston Martin, the Bentley, Ferrari, all that shit, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You name it. You know what I'm saying? Every Benz, every number of Benz, every Escalade, Range Rovers,
right.
All that shit. And I trade that shit in, homie, for my son.
Absolutely.
For my son to have it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a real man, no matter where your father left it to you, which my father left it to me, and I was fortunate to do somewhat better than him because I'm able to be there for my kids and not be overcommitted to a job that takes 8 to 9 to 10 to 12 hours out of me. And then when I come home, I sleep 5 to 6 and I'm not able to keep an eye on my kids.
Right.
So with us, my dad, hard-working, blue-collar man, but while he thinks that I'm around there playing with kids in Oakland and we playing with rocks, nigga, we selling rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so, while we, you know what I mean? We think that we experiment with weed, smoking weed. No, we selling weed, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say that now it allowed me, my working for my son, allows me to have a schedule that I can be there to take my daughter to school. I can take his younger brother to tennis, things like that. So I tell everybody, don't blow your bag, you know what I'm saying, on the fake designers, on the fake cars. God always gives you enough money or hopefully, gives you enough money for your kids' next step. You know what I mean? You can't step up in that motherfucking club, but you can step up in that motherfucking kindergarten. You can step up in that first, second grade, third grade. Yeah, you might not have enough to run the block, but you have enough to pull up on them bullies right there at the school ground. Come on, man. Let's get alive, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because we losing, and we losing bad as a people and as a culture. Go grab the kid that's in your house, man. You got a star in your house. You know what I mean? Not in the sky, not on television. You know what I mean? I done met them niggas. Ain't nothing special about the niggas you see on TV. You know what I'm saying? They stayed working, and that's what they did. They believed, and they were 100% driven in their vision. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at them. Look at what you got in your house, man. I'm not looking on TV. I'm not looking in the sky, man. I'm looking in my house. What God then gave me, the one responsibility He gave me to be a dad.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my part, King.
Absolutely, man. You're doing a wonderful job, man. We proud of you, man. And you know what I'm saying? The haters gonna be the haters, man. Saying don't even give them no air. But let me get to a couple of these super chats real quick.
Okay.
Boxing fan time 4, salute to you. He said Bernard Felice Hopkins. Yeah, Felice. Yeah, that's right. Let me see who else we got up in here. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. We got who is this? Hustle's home in the super chat. Salute. Family says, ask Bill, can he get Dev to beat up Matias? Beat Matias up so the haters can subside. Man, the haters ain't never gonna subside, bro. The haters they're gonna be here, bro. Just like
we pull up. You know what I'm saying? We left up out of that motherfucking Chase Center and pulled up on everybody that the fans put a bullseye on their back. You know what I'm saying? The fans is what put them niggas don't be talking about nothing. When y'all say that it's the guy, we pull up on him. If you say it's the guy, that's what you want to see, and it's Matias, then we pull up on him. Come and say, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of make you hang up on me. First you hang up on me, then you call back, and then you tell me that you're going to call me back, and then you never call me back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I mean? That's the same old shit. But Matias ain't the first time that I done heard somebody say something publicly, and then when I call you, it's something totally different. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, most definitely, man. They do that all the time, man. But at this point, man, I don't know how much you can say publicly, but how's it going with the Adrian Broner situation?
Man, you know what? Man, I can say, only time that I ever really have respect or, you know what I mean, I start looking at it different is when somebody raised their hand and they like, yeah, I don't know if you see something. I don't know if something got into you. I don't know what it is. But when you put Devin on your Instagram and you put his face and you say you against him next, I take it serious as a motherfucker because ain't nobody else called out AB. Ain't nobody else talking about that they fighting him. Ryan Garcia had it, he pulled out.
Right.
Every other young nigga, you know what I'm saying? And the only person that he lost to was Manny Pacquiao. So all the niggas is talking about he nothing. Well, why you niggas ain't pressing the nigga?
Right.
He fought three division champ. He, you know what I'm saying? He AB the problem and got a bunch of money and did all that. Why y'all ain't pressing him then, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then when we've been on his helmet. We've been talking to him and been on that. And he been little local. He been saying little old nigga and all that. Okay. So now you recognize and you respect that we done worked and our energy is up. We done worked and Devin's a big nigga now. So you put the thing up. So I take you serious. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? I take you very serious. Right. You know, and if you pull out, you go the other direction, or you try to do something else, you use the name for clout, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, he might not be good in no hood ever anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he kind of, you know what I'm saying? He got a name as a real nigga because I said this, well, ain't nobody really that pulled up on AB. AB been his worst critic. He been his worst nightmare. It ain't been no nigga that pulled up on him. And right. If somebody can say it, then if somebody been calling out AB and they on his bumper, then and y'all think that it's a better fight and he done ran from that fight, we'll pull up on that nigga for pulling up on AB.
Right.
Yeah, we pulled up on the nigga Teofimo for talking about Crawford and said, okay, but he still keep talking about Crawford. He won't say after, come to the fight, and after we can get it on. Nigga, you keep talking about Crawford and Crawford talking about Tim Tszyu. Or talking about 54, or talking about Earl Spence or something, but nobody want to say that.
Right.
Nigga was talking about come to a meeting. Why don't you say come to your fight, nigga?
Right.
Come to your fight and let's get it on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Top rank or somebody, you know what I'm saying, call out, you know? So,
yeah.
I know it's bullshit.
Yeah, you know it's definitely bullshit. But Teofimo don't want no smoke. Teofimo is because ain't nobody talking about his fight coming up. He trying to create some controversy talking about Devin, lying on Devin, and now you talking about Bud. Like, man, sit down
Man,
somewhere.
listen, they knock off our black fighters and our black champions, and then they tell us that, you know, the belts don't mean nothing. Do you know what black fighters did to become champions, to get belts out of other folks' hands? You know what I'm saying? Just because if there's no belts, then fuck what Tank and them talking about. The media is controlled by not them and not nobody that look like them, no color like them. If the media, if we don't have no belts, then as soon as we do that, the media is going to control who the champion is, and it ain't going to be a nigga that look like me, period. So
Right.
they can knock it off, man.
Yes,
You
indeed.
see what I'm saying? All this shit is dead because the face of boxing is Devin Haney. So everything start changing. A nigga that done had 20-something, he said, I got 20-something title defenses, and ain't nobody did like me. But then when it came down to it, he'll throw away all his legacy and everything about him and Bernard Hopkins. They both all to try to block the new king of boxing, Devin Haney.
Right.
We'll fight anybody. Nigga, anywhere, anytime. If that don't represent this real shit, we gonna pull up every time, anywhere, anytime. You can call us, you can find us. Come on, man, I thought that's representing the real shit around here. Or y'all trying to go back to the horse and buggy days where niggas is hiding. You gotta wait for the local paper to come out on Monday to see what's happening. On Tuesday, you want to go to the USA Today. You want to go to the LA Times. You want to go to the New York Times. You want to go to all them places, huh?
Right.
To get your news. You know what I mean? You don't want to come over here to 7-8 Sports and get it live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, where you can act your favorite fighter, act your favorite promoter. If we lying over here, Adam and have them come over here and pull up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know what I mean? All we want is the best fights. We want to prove that Devin Haney is the best fighter. I think he's the best fighter of his generation. Now, if you disagree and you think it's Tank Davis, cool. No beef. Just tell Tank to fight him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's all you gotta do, man. Tell Tank to get in the ring so we can put an end to all this back and forth mumbo jumbo and prove it in the ring where it's supposed to be proved. They boxers, that's where it's supposed to be proved. Stop talking about the streets and I'm really like that. None of that matter, bro. You've been in the boxing gym fighting in the amateurs since you 11 years old, bro. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out. Handle it with your hands. Let's see who the best is, and that's what I want to see. You know what I mean? But you know,
well, I'm gonna tell them like this. I know, I'm ended like this. I'm gonna tell you, I know who the best fighter in the world is. Devin the Dream Haney, and the best way that you can catch this shit live, content, free from commercials, unedited, unscripted, live on 7-8 Sports TV, home of the ldbc.
Yes, sir.
And it's just like that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and I'm
sir.
gonna have a great morning. You know what I mean? And 7-8. You know, if any of them suckers try to pull up on you with any of that fake shit, I'm gonna speed dial and I'll be right back on their motherfucking ass. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir.
It's no breaks for them. It's all gas. Catch us on pay-per-view on our next event against whoever it is, and we're gonna punish their motherfucking ass just like we do, man. Period, man. I'm on these niggas, man. They punks, they scared, and they ain't with it, man. You know what I'm saying? And we on pay-per-view. So it's rated R, rated X, however they want to have it. You dig? Man, I'll catch you later, man. 7-8. What's
Hey,
up?
peace, brother Bill. Salute to you. Yeah, man. Trill Bill came through dropping major bars, throwing heat rocks at them. You know what I'm saying? Scud missiles at these jokers, man. Bill came through, and you know what I'm saying? This is how Bill is, man. He gonna pull up on you. He gonna pull up. He gonna let you know the real. He gonna let you know the truth, man. So that's what it is. Gervonta, Tank Davis, his coaches, all y'all. If y'all got any problem with what was just said, you welcome to pull up, and I'll send you a link. You come on over here, and we can talk about the situation. But at the end of the day, Tank Davis' team has proven to be scared. They proven to be scared of Devin Haney, and it's shameful that they conducting themselves in this manner because it's embarrassing not only to Tank, but it's embarrassing to Tank's fans. You know what I'm saying? And he putting Tank fans in a position where, you know, now they love Tank so much that they don't want to see Tank embarrassed. So that now they keep moving the goalposts and making up stuff, and you know, it's just embarrassing, bro. You ain't got to do all that. You got to do all that. But we ain't y'all smash the like button. We need can we get 400 likes in the building? I don't even think we got 300 likes yet, man. Y'all been in here listening to all this good cooking, Trill building, pill pulled up, and y'all ain't even helped me get over 300 likes yet, man. What's going on in these streets today? Smash the like button. I'm gonna go down here and make me something to eat. I don't know what I'm eating. I might make me a little homemade pizza or something, man. Might make me a little homemade pizza. I got some pizza dough down there. I think I got everything I need to make me a homemade joint. I might do that. Just might do that. You know, every time I make me a homemade pizza and put it on Instagram, somebody be hating. Man, all you did was put some toppings on a regular pizza, man. And you ain't fooling nobody, man. That's what they do. People be salty, bro. They be haters. But I ain't going to hold y'all up too long. I'm going to get up out of here and make me something to eat. Smash that like button on the way out. Make sure y'all share this video. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. And we up out of here, though. Deuces.